Hey guys, copy 7789 here. Um, Coming at you guys with my current deck profile, which is going to be Dragon Rulers, as you guys will see. For those of you who don't know, I was at the Frederick, Maryland regionals this past weekend, actually yesterday. Um, I did take Dragons mainly as a testing point for whether I wanted to, or to see how I liked my main deck at the current time um, for Nationals. I'll go over my rounds real quick. Round one, I basically had a buy. I played a young kid who had like a paper mat, and he uh, wasn't playing very good cards. So obviously I was going to win that, but he was a nice kid. Felt kind of bad. Round two, I played against Tepnuadad. For what those who don't know, that's kind of like it's kind of like a Taladad clone. Um, it was good, but my hand traps really put in work against him. Round three, I played against Prophecy. I won game one, he won game two. Game three went into time, and I was able to drop a big dragon under Gozen match on my last turn of time. Unfortunately, he drew a threatening roar, so I wasn't able to. If my dragon would have hit, I would have beat him. However, my dragon did not hit, so I wasn't able to hit him. So I lost that, and then I lost round four to Mermils. Unfortunately, I didn't draw very well the last or both of the games, so he just played all his cards, and there really wasn't much I could do. So like I said, it was mainly to test for nationals. I did test a little bit more against the one matchup that I really wanted to test against, which was Prophecy, because my buddy was really just he came just to trade and sell and stuff, but he had a full Prophecy deck, so we just sat down and played a few matches, and I just realized how much that you need to win game one against that deck. Um, so there's that. So I kind of tuned my deck up to deal with that matchup as well as other matchups. So yeah, I'm gonna get into the deck here. Not really gonna explain the bigs and the littles and all that. I might explain some choices here and there, but I kind of want to make this a quick deck profile because I know most of my deck profiles I say are gonna be quick, but they get kind of long. So let's just get right into it, and I'll explain things as I feel necessary. So obviously you're going to run 3 of each big, 3 Blaster, 3 Tidal, 3 Tempest, and 3 Redox. And then I run 2 of each baby, so I run 2 Reactant, 2 Stream, 2 Burner, and 2 Lightning. Next to the hand traps, I run 3 Maxi, absolutely needed for the mirror and for Mermails. I didn't draw this against the Mermail guy that I played, so that's kind of why he just completely destroyed me. So there's that. 3 Veiler, you need this for the Prophecy matchup, as well as the Prophecy matchup, as well as the mirror match. And it's also nice. I don't run Ancient Sacred Wyvern at the moment, which you guys will see. But it's decent when you have Dracossack and you summon this and you can just OTK randomly. So yeah, there's that. And then I'm currently running 2 Droll and Lockbird in the main deck. It's really good because it's a wind, first of all, that you can banish after you used it with Tempest. But it's also good, obviously it's really, really good in the Prophecy matchup when they go to do all their crazy plays. But it's also good against Max C, where when somebody Max C's you, they draw your card and you just drop this, and you just keep doing whatever you want to do. I kind of realized how good Droll and Lockbird is and why it was mained in the OCG and why people should be maining it in the TCG. And then my last monster is going to be either of the 1-star tuners. It's going to be either this guy, whether I want more blaster plays, or the Dragunity Korska, which is the what's it called? The wind guy. So there's that. Okay, onto the spells. 3 Gold Sark, just to tutor out whatever you need. Also use it to remove like stuff like Heavy Storm and all that if you really need to draw it or have it. 3 Super Rejuvenation, probably the best card in the deck. Not even probably, it really is. I'm playing 1 Card Destruction. I really, really like this card, especially in the Prophecy matchup. Obviously, it's really not that great in the Mirror match because you just drop their dragons into the graveyard as well. But it's also it's obviously bad against Dark World, but you don't play this first turn. You wait to see what you're playing against before you play it. So there's that. But it's good, obviously, like I said, in combination with Super Rejuvenation, where you just activate this, activate card destruction, you discard a bunch of dragons, you get to draw cards, and if you draw more ways to play dragons, you draw more cards. So there's that. Then really the staple spells, one Monster Reborn. Kind of iffy on this card at the moment. It really doesn't do all that much. It's really just deciding whether what I would want to put in over it. So yeah, like I said, one Monster Reborn for the moment. One Heavy Storm. That's going to be staying. And one Book of Moon, obviously, to flip problem cards face down like Jowgen or Ophion. So, yeah. And then onto the traps, I play 2 Breakthrough Skill. I just think that's standard. And then I also play 1 Return. Um, the only times I ever saw it were times that I had to chain it, unfortunately, because my opponent had a way to just pop it. But it's good for just the random OTKs that it can make. So yeah, it's really how I feel about return. Anyways, let's get on to the extra deck. I currently play 3 Dracosac, and that will not change. That's all you need to know. 3 Dracosac, as well as 3 Big Eye. This will not change as well. I went to both of them a bunch, and so on and so forth. 1 Mormel Abyssgios. I think I went into him maybe once in the tournament. So, yeah. And then 1 Gaia Dragon. It's good to run over opposing tokens, as well as when your opponent's setting monsters, you know their defenses aren't going to be that big, so you just make this guy and make them pay for it. And then the final Exceed I played was 1 Maestroke. I went into it once or twice. It's a good way to, like I said, to deal with Ophion. So, yeah. Next, the Synchros. I play 1 Red Dragon Archfiend. He's decent in the mirror match where you just attack, kill their tokens, and so on and so forth. And it's also an Eradicator target, so there's that. 1 Crimson Blader, probably the best Synchro in the extra deck, in my opinion. 1 Scrap Dragon. I went into him a few times. He actually did work. I did the one time where I had a Dracosac up. I was able to make him, and I targeted the Dracosac to pop and pop something else. So my Dracosac lives, and I just popped their card for free. So, yeah. Scrap Dragon. It's also a very good card. 1 Colossal Fighter, mainly as an Eradicator target, but he's good. 1 Thought Ruler Archfiend. This guy is also an Eradicator target, and it's really to deal with like compulsory evacuation device, where he's pretty big, so he's going to be able to get over a bunch of monsters. And life point gain is always good, obviously, especially if you think you're going to go into time. You can just make him and kill their monster and gain some life points back. So that way you're in a little bit more of an advantageous position. And it's also good against compulsory, where like they can't compulse, they can't deprison, any of that good stuff. So yeah, Thought Ruler, good card. And then the final Synchro I play is 1 Black Rose. No Armory Arm. So there's that. Onto the side deck, I play 1 Obelisk. This is mainly for the mirror match. Yeah, there's really not much else I can say. Obelisk is mainly for the mirror match. You drop this against the mirror match, they have to have Dark Hole or Black Rose play, or you're just going to start. They just really lose. They can't Big Eye it. They can't really do anything to it. So, 2 Tsukiyomi. This is for Prophecy and Evil Swarm. This is to flip down my opponent's Jowgen or Ophion, like I said, so I can do my Dragon plays. That's really why Tsukiyomi's in there, but it's a really, really good card. So there's that. I played 3 Electric Drivers. This was for against Evil Swarm, obviously for the Dragon Mirror, so I can take their Dracosacs or take, whatever I wanted to take, basically. But it's also for against Evil Swarms, where I just take their Ophion. And then I'll show you guys the other cards that I'm playing that work in conjunction with Electric Virus in my side deck. So there's that. And then I play 2 Battle Fader, just to help with Obelisk. It's nice to stop OTKs as well in the mirror match, so there's that. Triple MST, mainly for evil swarms, just to deal with their back rows, obviously. Uh, that's the main reason behind MST. Um, and then the last three cards, well, there's four cards actually. I play 3 Eradicator. You have to play 3, period. Um, this is to deal with Prophecies, obviously. It is a blowout in the Prophecy matchup, but it's also a blowout in the Evil Swarm matchup. Excuse me. When you Electric Virus, you have this card set, you Electric Virus their Ophion, attack with it, because most of the time, obviously they're not going to want to kill their Ophion, or remove it or anything like that. So you steal it, attack with it, then in main phase 2, you flip this against them and call traps. And you just don't worry about Ophion, you just do whatever plays you need to do because they don't have back rows for the next few turns. And most of the time you're going to be able to kill the Ophion. Or they're not. It's going to be a little bit difficult to get for them to get their second Ophion on the field, I guess is the best way to put it. And then the final card that I side deck is 1 Infestation Terminus. Now the whole reason I side this is when you Electric Virus their Ophion, it's obviously going to have 1 material because they're going to detach Ophion to search for the pandemic, so you can't Dark Hole it, can't do anything like that. So there's that. And then, like I said, when you Electric Virus, you take their Ophion with 1 material, you detach that material to search this from your deck, and you just do whatever plays you need to make because their Ophion does not have a material anymore. So that means you can special summon level 5 or higher monsters. So yeah, that's it, guys. As always, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I really, really do appreciate you guys watching, and stay tuned for more videos. Peace out.